Hey everybody, Smiling Banana here, and today I'm gonna give you a collection tour. Not much to say, so why don't we just get to showing you guys my shelves. We're gonna start up in my bedroom, by the way. I have one shelf up there, two shelves in the basement, and then a ledge in the stairs in the basement where I have a couple sets. So, yeah, with all that explaining, let's just get going. Okay, so starting up in my upstairs room shelf, we have my Stanley Funko Pop shrine with the Avengers Age of Ultron Hawkeye Pop up there. And then this is also where I keep my Marvel Legends figures. So over here I have the figures from Loki as well as Miss Minutes Funko Pop like pet that came with one of the characters. Over here I have Age of Ultron Quicksilver, and then these are ones that don't really go with anything. I mean, I guess Quicksilver too, but Thing from the Fantastic Four. And then you got Electro from The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Union Jack, which is one of my favorite Marvel characters. Moving down a shelf, you have my Hawkeye Pops, or most of them. You also have my Q-Figs, Jessica Jones, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Rocket, Harry Potter, and Star-Lord. Have a signed hockey card here and a Wayne Gretzky rookie card. And then this DeLorean is a custom thing I made in shop class last year, and I really like how it turned out, so I put it on my shelf. Then I have a couple of my favorite cars of all time, the 67 Shelby Mustang, and that was Sylvie just falling, and then over here a couple more of them. You move down a shelf, we just have a couple of random pops, mostly Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Those ones you can't really see, but it's Kraglin and Chase Star-Lord, and then you got Yondu and Sirius Black. That's a SH Figuarts, I think, Doc Brown, and a statue from Watch Dogs 2 of Marcus. Then we have a couple of Fortnite figures, a couple of Power Rangers. My favorite Overwatch figures, I put Wheeljack and Sideswipe here because they're my favorite Transformers. And then a Flash car my sister got me. And then my Justice League Unlimited figures that I've had for a long time. Moving down is really just my Percy Jackson bookshelf with the King Chronicles and Heroes of Olympus and stuff. This is where I have Hawkeye from the Disney Plus show until I make room for him with my other Hawkeye Pops. And then down here is just where I keep my other books, but I also have some Overwatch Pops that are out of their box, like Soldier 76, McCree, Orisa, Mercy, and Soldier 76 again. So this shelf. Let's go down to my main shelf in the basement. So we'll start with Diagon Alley on the top shelf first. So over here you have a bunch of, I've kind of just littered my Diagon Alley streets full of just Hogwarts minifigures. A bunch of my favorite minifigures are in there too. And it's made it packed like an actual Diagon Alley would be. And then you can go from left to right. I changed it from having Ollivanders, where the pink, where Quality Quidditch Supplies is now. They both switched places just because I like the pink one the best. And then Flourish and Blots is here, and Weasley's Wizard Weasley's Wizard Weasley's is here. And then moving down a level, you have my 2018 Infinity War Sanctum with the Gargantuous Showdown set. There's a few Marvel heroes here, like Morris, Deadpool, which is a custom figure, not an actual official figure. Black Widow, Nick Fury, and Ghost Rider, Punisher, custom comic Shang-Chi. You got Giant Man, let's see, Doctor Strange, Wong, Loki, and Spider-Man. And these are a bunch of my favorite minifigures I have, so I had to put them somewhere on my shelf. Moving over, we have the what's it called? Hogwarts Express. This has like a kind of scene I have going on here. Two Dementors are attacking Harry from the Prisoner of Azkaban. It's kind of what I did for a reference for the scene. Lupin's supposed to have a wand, but I could not find his wand. And then over on this shelf, we have the two Harry Potter books back here for now. I will find a spot for them. Just for now, I have to put them there. We also got Thor's New Asgard, and Thor is talking to Noob Master through the headphones right now. And then you got custom-built Baby Groot, and I changed Star-Lord's face with the original Milano from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. I also forgot to mention, but I have my 2 golden figures up at Diagon Alley and my original Avengers minifigures. And I got this stand that came with Diagon Alley and the Silver Centurion, and then 2 of my all-time favorite minifigures, Captain Carter and Newt. Then going down, we have Hagrid's hut / the Forbidden Forest scene. Kind of have a bunch of different movies together, like when they're rescuing Buckbeak because they went back in time. Filch is bringing them in for detention. Harry's Patronus, the Flying Fort Anglia stuck in the Whomping Willow, Grop, and a tree for them from the Forbidden Forest. This is one of my favorite shelves just because I really like the setup. But let's move to the next shelf. Over here is my endgame setup. You got a bunch of nice figures here. We're doing the I Am Iron Man Tony Stark scene with all the Avengers watching him, and Thanos' army slowly turning to dust. You also have Ant-Man up here, micro figure. I really like that micro figure, and then he could go into the portal if he wanted to. This is one of my favorite shelves. I also really love the compound set. It's very hard to tell, but I did make an add-on to it over here. It's an extra room. There's nothing in it right now, but I will potentially make another video showing it off once it's furnished. And then over here is just kind of my brick built stuff from Marvel, because you got Arishem, some of the Deviants. You got this thing from the Spider-Man No Way Home Sanctum, and Vulture and MODOK. Just kind of some mashup shelf of just a bunch of brick built figures and creatures and stuff. And down here we have the original Sanctum Sanctorum for the Doctor Strange movie, and my Diva mech with the Diva figure in it. I'm gonna eventually have a full shelf just dedicated to Overwatch, but right now I only have 2 built set. Well, technically 1 built set, which is the Diva vs Reinhardt set. Over here has one of my favorite sets, the Dragon from Shang-Chi. It also has the Spider-Man No Way Home Sanctum set and the Rhino from Black Panther. I like this shelf just because it has the dragon, and I feel like that's a really great display piece. It is retiring, I think, next year, but if you don't have it already, I'd pick it up if you can get it on clearance. I'd say it's worth $40. I paid $50, but I really like that set, so if you haven't picked it up yet, I'd recommend going to get it. Then over here is Hogsmeade Village, but it's not really much of a village right now because there's no civilians there, or no, not muggles wouldn't be there. Wizards or anything. And then there's the Reinhardt from the set. Down here is more just a storage shelf. Has the Pigsy's food truck from Monkey Kid. Most of the Bricktober pack from Avengers Infinity War and the Back to the Future TV. Over here we have an Avengers truck from 2020. An original Avengers set. This one had Hawkeye, Iron Man, and Loki. I just put it down here with some other SHIELD things. And then the newest Avengers Compound, which is my favorite set from last year, just because it gave us this Thanos Big Fig. And then my last shelf here is just for my mocks. So I have a mock of a Cosmic Ghost Rider bike here. This is custom. Like, it's not actually based on his bike. It's more just like my own version of his bike. And then this is my House of Mystery meeting room from Justice League Dark. Yeah, okay, so I really do like this shelf setup I have. Especially Diagon Alley, because just from looking at it far away, and you can actually see how busy it is. And I forgot I added a couple more figures. There's some ghosts up here, like you only had this Nick. You got Peeves and Moaning Myrtle. Up here you have Professor Hooch flying. You have Barty Crouch just looking over. And then this is a custom figure of a character from Ghost of Tsushima, which is one of my favorite games I'm playing right now. But other than that, I think that's it for this shelf. So let's just move on to the next shelf. So this is my second basement shelf I have. This is where I just keep a bunch of my other sets. I don't really like having on my main display, but I'll still give you the tour anyway. Here's the Daily Bugle set. I would love for this to be on my main shelf, but it's just so tall it does not fit. This is probably my third favorite set I own, just because I like Diagon Alley a lot more, and then I'm picking up a set that is one of my Grail sets. So yeah, I also have in Diagon Alley, I have Mysterio breaking out of the glass. That's where a goblin's supposed to be on his glider. But then I also hung 2 drones here from the Mysterio Spider-Man Far From Home polybag. Moving over, we have some city vehicles. You got the taxi that came with the Daily Bugle, city pizza van from Lego City, and then a bank truck from Spider-Man. Another reason I forgot to mention at the Daily Bugle. I only have a couple figures inside. Actually, I think it's just J. Jonah Jameson inside. Yeah, and then Mysterio's here, but I can't really display figures on this, which I'm sad because my cat, or Chewy, he's already knocked the taxi down once and Goblin's glider off there once. He hasn't touched Mysterio yet, so hopefully he'll be fine. And then behind the cars here, I have the Avengers Tower, which I changed to a custom Oscorp. I might change it back, or I might change it to the Fantastic Four building. Depends what happens in the MCU. Then over here is the minifigure stand I was building. Right now I just have some official figures that I really like and some customs. Let's point out some of my favorites. Like here, I have my custom Union Jack. Let me get this guy out of the way. Here I have Jubilee and Morph from the 90s X-Men cartoon. Yeah, those are really my favorite customs I have on here. Well, I guess then there's comic Black Panther. But other than that, that's it. And you move down. Here's more of my space-themed sets. I really want to do a shelf just dedicated to the first Guardians movie, because that's, I'd say, probably my second favorite Marvel movie. That's one of the sets, and then that's from Guardians Volume 2, Infinity War, and that also goes to this set. And then, this is Thanos' ship. I just put it there because I don't have anywhere else to put it. Over here is the Quinjet from the Civil War airport battle, and the Hydra Smash set from Infinity War. Not Infinity War, it's from Age of Ultron. Moving down is the Helicarrier. It's kind of destroyed right now. I have to put it back together, but it's just down here and out of the way. Yeah, I used to really like this set. Now it's kind of just there. And then over here is just the couple Star Wars things I have. The 501st Battle Pack, the set with Ahsoka, and the Ahsoka clone, and then just this thing. My dad brought it home from work one day, and it's just been on that shelf. And then we have Shocker's van. I really do like this shelf, mainly because Daily Bugle. But other than that, let's just move on to my last shelf that I'm going to show you. So yeah. Okay, so my next shelf isn't very much, but it's my Hogwarts display. So I'm just going to name all the different buildings. So here you got the Great Hall. It's my favorite Hogwarts set I have. Then in the middle is the Clock Tower. It's a great one. It's retired, I think, now, so I'm happy I have it. Over here is Astronomy Tower. Yep. This is where Dumbledore dies. Spoilers. But if you haven't seen Harry Potter, it's kind of sad because it's so good. Then we got the greenhouse down here with the Yule Ball dancing and the room of requirements back there. Next you have the Whomping Willow set. This had the Whomping Willow with the flying car, but this is just like extra parts. Snape's classroom is in here and the Gryffindor dormitory. And then this is from the newer wave of Harry Potter sets, like the 20th anniversary, the flying lesson. This is the only Hogwarts castle set I got from the 20th anniversary, just because, as you can see, gray roofs mostly for all of them, except for there's a little bit of green there in the tops of these ones. But the new 20th anniversary sets were all green roofs, so this is the only one that didn't have roofs, so I decided to get it, and it fits pretty well. I wish I had a better way to display this, but I do love this setup, and yeah, I hope they go back to gray roofs so I can get more Hogwarts expansions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me show you guys my collection. If you'd like to see more like in-depth, closer looks at some of my sets I have, I'd be more than happy to do those. Just leave them down in the comments below. Suggestions for future videos you could also leave down there. But also, I don't know what I was going to say, but Remember always to like, share, subscribe, all that usually to mumbo jumbo, and I'll catch you later, eh?